Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 and this is episode 3 of our squad builder. Now quite a few people asked for this team or said that would be a good team to build, and it is in fact a Czech Republic team. Czech Republic is, I remember in 2004 they were a pretty good team. Now they're not so much. I don't think they qualified for the European Championships. They've got some pretty good players, including the amazing Rosicki. And we'll start off in centre forward or striker. We're playing the 4-4-1-1, but we're playing a centre forward because the striker isn't great. But the centre forward is quite good, playing in the Austrian league, playing for FK Austria. He's got 78 pace, 70 shooting, jeune. He cost me about 600 coins, and I purely played him because he's got decent, well not decent, he's got solid pace, but pretty damn good shooting stat for a silver. And I'm pretty sure this guy's got long shots. He's scored some pretty good power shots from outside the box, and his finesses weren't bad as well. And he's a pretty good player for the price. But as the other striker is this guy playing for Energy Kutabus, and this guy, he's got 78 pace as well. As you can see, his shooting is dramatically not quite as good. Sticks down, and that's kind of a bronze stat. So Jun starts in centre attacking midfielder. We have Thomas Rosicki. Not going to lie, one of the only players I actually knew about before I building this Czech team, and he's got good shooting actually, 75, good passing and good dribbling. There are his main stats. In centre attacker midfielder, he will cost you about 700 coins. He's one of the cheapest players, even in 4-1-2-1-2, despite the fact he's an 81 in the Prem. And yeah, he's a pretty good player. He used to be an amazing player for Arsenal before getting injured, and he does a pretty good job. Next up in centre mid, we're actually going to play a centre attacker midfielder and an on form Skakel or Skakel, playing for Hearts. Please forgive me about my pronunciation there, but this guy's got pretty damn amazing stats. 85 shooting and 80 pace, good passing I suppose, and good dribbling and good heading as well. Almost all of his stats are in the 70 plus, and he's an 80, and this guy cost me about 10,000 coins. He's one of the cheapest in forms. He's a really good silver player. He's normally a silver card, and quite a few people wanted an on-form silver, but he got a gold. But he does a pretty good job, and he's the most expensive. Actually, no, he's not quite the most expensive player, but he does a really good job, and he's a pretty fun player to play with. Next up is a centre midfielder, playing in the French league is Plazil. Used to be a beast on PES 6, I think it was, and on FIFA he's not great. Not very good pace. But it's the passing stat there you really want, and the dribbling, and he does a pretty good job. These three players link up really well, Rosicki, Skakel and Plazil, and he does a really good job really in midfield. He'll cost you once again about 1,200 coins because he's in the centre mid, but he does a pretty good job. Next up at right mid we have Diokau. Now this guy isn't exactly a conventional right midfielder. He's got pretty poor pace, 70 pace, but he's got good shooting, good passing, and pretty rubbish dribbling. But he'll cost you for that about 600 coins, and he's the only decent right midfielder. He has he's playing for Rosenborg Rosenborg I think it is, and yeah, he's not great, especially as you have to rely for wingers. But I find he gets overlapped quite a lot by Plazil, and does a pretty good job really, I suppose. Next up is the left mid, and it's the only bronze I think it is, but this guy's got 90 pace, Z-Man. This guy is Z-Man, and he's got good pace, and that's about it. His dribbling is pretty crap, his passing is not great, his shooting is pretty terrible, but I suppose he did put in some good crosses for me, to be honest, and you kind of need one pacey player. He's at the top range of the left mids as well in terms of bronzes. Next up at left back we have Cadillac. I'm not too sure how to say this guy's name, considering oh yeah, hang on, Z-Man will cost you about 600 coins as well. He's not great. He's not expensive because he's playing in the Austrian league, I think it is. Yep. Left back we have a Bayer Leverkusen player. It's Cadillac, 72 pace, good defending stat I suppose for a left back. Reasonable pace, kind of 70 pace in the defence is pretty good, although maybe left back and right back should have a bit more, but he does a pretty good job. He's pretty standard defender because he's one of the only, there's not too many good left backs in the German league. He will cost you a bit more, about 800, 900 coins, but he's got, as I said, he's got pretty solid stats for a defender. We'll go straight to the right back now, and it's, I have no idea how to say that, Prospiech, no idea guys, playing for SC Mains or Mines. No idea how to say that either. This guy's got good pace, 75, pretty good shooting for a defender. He's got decent passing and he's got decent defending as well, and he's a silver card, and he'll cost you about 800 coins as well. Obviously, the only players so far that have cost over 1,000 is Skarkel and Plazil. So yeah, he'll do a pretty good job as well. Links up quite well with this guy. Both of them attack pretty damn well down the right hand side. Next up at centre back we have this guy, Jiranek. Now this guy's got pretty good pace for a centre back. So as I say, anywhere above a 70 does a pretty good job. And look at his defending and heading stats. Both of them are pretty damn good for a silver. This guy will cost you 1,000 coins. He's pretty damn good defender, playing for Terez Grozny or Chiz Grozny or whatever in the Russian league. And as I said, he's got pretty good stats, and he'll do a pretty good job. And my other centre back is here. It's Sushi or Saishi, or not too sure once again how to say this guy's name. Once again, 70 pace. He's got an amazing heading stat, 82. He scores so many goals from corners, and he's a really good defender as well. He cost me about 800 coins, but he does a really good job. He's not got a great defending stat, but as I said, he's a very good header, and he is 6 foot as well. So these two link up quite well as well because they are in the Russian league, and both do a really good job. And next up in goal is the most expensive player, Czech. Need I say much more about Czech? Great stats all round, especially his reflexes, positioning and diving. And he'll cost you, I think I got in the 4-1-2-1-2 by accident, he cost you about 14,000 coins. But if you're not looking 4-1-2-2, maybe about 8,000, and he does a really good job. Obviously he's probably one of the best players in this team, and it's always good. This defence is probably the most solid part of the team, and they all do a really good job. I didn't concede too many goals, and yeah, that's probably the best part of the team really. Going forward, it's a pretty strong team as well. I think I only lost about 2 games in this. I played about 15 with them. They're a pretty good team, and overall this team would cost you about 30,000 coins. The bench, here are some players you could put in if you're going for a budget one. In goalkeeper, we've got, playing for Hamburg, Drobny or Drovny, or I have no idea. He's got pretty crappy stats and cost about 300 coins. This was the only gold striker, Kozak, playing for Lazio, 65 pace, 66 shooting and 82 heading. All of those, not too sure how he's a gold card to be honest, let alone a silver. Next up is Lika, playing for Brest. He's got almost similar stats to this guy in terms of attacking. He's got almost identical stats. Look at the passing on that guy, and he's got pretty good dribbling in comparison as well. This guy cost about 200 coins. Trojan, 74 pace, left midfielder. Not much to offer there for a winger, and he's playing for Dynamo Dresden. Then we've got Feinin. Not too sure. He's an actual striker, but as I said, he's got pretty poor finishing, decent heading and decent dribbling, and he'll cost you about 400 coins yet again. Jaralim, he's got good defensive and dribbling stats and decent passing, but that's about it, and he'll cost you about 400 coins. And last but not least, Mazuch, playing for Anderlecht, 64 pace, 73 heading and 71 heading are the main stats there, but they're nothing really to shout about. Not a great card. And I think I've got a couple more players. We've got one more. He used to play for Newcastle, Rosenhall, playing for Lille. He's got crappy pace, crappy dribbling, but he's got reasonable defending stats, but you will be screwed over by pace abusers, and he'll cost you about 600 coins maximum. And there is actually a Czech manager as well. No idea how to say this guy's name. Lavica. Yep. Not great, and this is pretty much the best Czech team you can build, guys. I would recommend it if you're looking for something quite fun, but it's not a great team to be quite frankly honest. The Inform is quite fun to play with. I'd recommend him if you're building a SPL team, but besides that, this team is decent, but I like to try new stuff out, and it wasn't a bad team to be honest, but it's not one I will especially be keeping. But thanks guys for watching, and please forgive me for my atrocious pronunciations. I've never been to the Czech Republic, and yeah, I have no idea how to spell these guys' names or pronounce them. But thanks guys for watching, and please leave a comment in regards to which team you want me to build next. Thanks guys for watching.